So, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to talk about politics a little bit. And it's weird for me to do that because I despise politics. I hate it. It's messed up just about no matter how you look at it. But in recent years, I've just had to accept that as Christians, there actually is importance to being political, about being, or I should say, don't just ignore it. Don't just, this is a big deal. This is serious. Whoever runs this nation, a lot of craziness can happen, and how we vote matters. Ultimately, have peace in knowing that whoever is in charge, it's because God allowed that to happen. Of course, we know that God allows a lot of evil to happen in this world. I will say it is very important to be wise with who you vote for, because even if they're both evil, you got to choose the lesser of two evils. And I will say, if you are voting Democrat, you are voting for the abortion, the murder of millions of innocent babies. God tells us to defend those who can't defend themselves. And who is more defenseless than a baby in their mother's womb? Who their mother celebrates tearing apart and killing. I don't know where people get the idea from that a baby isn't alive until it exits the womb, but nothing grows if it's not alive. It couldn't grow in the womb if it wasn't already alive. The truth is that a person comes into existence at the moment of conception. And it's crazy. It's tragic. It just shows you how blind people are, because it's almost as if they don't care. I think I've literally heard people say that, I don't even care if it's alive. Well, we know they don't care. At least a lot of them, because there have been abortions after the baby was out of the womb. Do I need to say anything about that? Do I really need to say, even if you don't think that a baby is alive until it exits the womb, as little sense as that makes, there are people who kill it after it's born. Murderers. Call me judgmental, but I'm judging righteously. That's what God tells us to do. To call out sin, to call out evil. If you support abortion, even if you don't perform abortions, even if you don't have abortions yourself, even if you're a man that can't have a baby, if you support that, or even if you don't say it's wrong, not saying anything, still saying something. If you just let it happen, you are just as guilty. You are just as much as a murderer. That doesn't sound pleasant to hear, but I'm sure those babies didn't feel very pleasant being torn apart in the womb. We need to defend those who are most innocent. And I've only covered abortion. When it comes to politics, there is so much more involved, but that alone should be enough reason to not vote for anyone who supports that. Because if you vote for them, so many innocent lives will die. I really hope no Christians are voting for anyone that kills innocent lives. Do you think a life has less value just because it's smaller than you? You don't. Because then you'd think killing midgets is okay. You don't think that, right? So that can't be it. I mean, you're just selfish. If you think, oh, I just don't want to keep the baby, that's too much work, then don't go around having unprotected sex. Well, it was an accident. Own up on your actions. Take responsibility. Don't kill a baby for your... Don't kill your own child for your own sins. Listen. You need Jesus. If you think killing the unborn is any way justifiable for any reason, even rape, you need Jesus. Tell me, even if it's rape, how does that make it better? How does two wrongs make a right? You act as if though someone who was raped, killing their own baby, unrapes them. That doesn't make any sense. You act as though adoption isn't an option. You act as though people aren't willing to adopt. I promise you that most Christians would rather keep your baby than let you kill it. I promise you that. If you would rather your baby die than even have a chance at a good life, what is wrong with you? And you say, oh, but it would have a terrible life. You don't know that. You don't know that. You can't promise me that. How selfish are you? All right. I'm going to calm down, because nothing gets me more upset than the murdering of millions and millions and millions of innocent babies, and it's insane. And nothing makes it worse than the fact that people don't only tolerate it, but they celebrate it. They'll get angry at you for saying it's wrong. We live in a world now where people call good evil and evil good. There's a verse for that God said that would happen in the last days. You can see it everywhere you go now. It's all backwards. It's all messed up. That's what happens when you take God out of schools. You know, our school still has this mural above the entrance that was there when it was first built, of a family gathered around a Bible reading together. I don't even think they let the Bible in the school anymore. Like, the bizarre irony. It's messed up. Be very wise with how you vote, because it matters. It makes a difference. And believe me, I wouldn't be saying this if it weren't absolutely important, because I don't love getting hated on. I don't love people cursing me out, but this is more important. God bless you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please vote carefully. Please vote biblically. God bless you guys. Peace.
With the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, and they did as he intended. Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.